Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are jumping into Hearts of Iron 4 again, where it's all about tanks, tactics and rewriting World War history, one decision at a time. If you are into alternate timelines and global strategy, hit subscribe. And let's go to war, guys. So let's continue where we left off. In the last episode, we were able to go through first half of the notifications that we have right here, what we had right here. And actually we learned a lot about Argentina and why we chose Argentina to become a superpower and why this is the perfect underdog for that. Now, in this episode, we are going to take care of the remaining notifications and actually unpause the game and finish with the initial setup so we can start playing the game. Okay, guys? If you like this type of content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, drop a like. Here you will find content related to grand strategy games, paradox games. At this point, we have a series ongoing with Imperator Rome, another one with Crusader Kings 3, CK3, and another one with Europa Universalis 4. And today we continue the series with Hearts of Iron 4. So yes, subscribe so I can keep you posted on what's happening and will be happening on the channel. Very good things coming up, actually. So guys, yes, let's continue. So we are Argentina. We don't have much to start with. As you can see, we only have these 5 divisions, infantry divisions. That's the only thing we have, actually. We have some navy? Yes, we do have some navy. Actually, we have a lot of ships. 34 ships to be precise. 41 ships to be precise. 34 are located in Buenos Aires and 7 are located in Pampas naval base. So yes, this is the initial setup. And in terms of airplanes, we don't have any airplanes since they weren't part of the warfare. Yes, or basically in this part of the world, at least. So let's continue. Let's take care of the free civilian factories notifications. How many factories do we have? We have 3, and we have 1 in use. So yes, this is going to be a slow start. As you can imagine, we don't have that much civilian factories to work with. First of all, one thing you need to consider when planning and assigning civilian factories is the infrastructure level that you have in a certain province or region. Right now, the most developed is Pampas, where we have a 30% development of the infrastructure development. So we will be assigning both actually to this region. I'm hesitating between starting the construction of infrastructure or actually over here, infrastructure. It's a construction cost of 3,000 versus 9,000. And the thing is that when you increase infrastructure, you increase actually, how many goods are produced, raw materials in this case. For example, we have this region where we have 2 steel, and here also we have 2 steel. Interesting. But do we want to wait that much until it is completed? Maybe not, right? Let's begin the construction of 1 civilian factory one extra civilian factory over here. Yeah. Actually, let's make it 3 more. Okay? 3 more. And this is going to be done by January 1913. So it's 2.5 years, guys. 2.5 years. Okay. So that's done, basically. Now we have the civilian factories assigned. We have 3 military factories. We have only 1 to work with and 1 dockyard. Okay, that's the 2 other notifications over here. 3 military factories and 3 dockyards. So let's take care of that. Of course, I'm very interested in basic infantry equipment, which we will change the name. These ones are Mauser M91, which this is actually, let me check, 1904 guns. Okay, so, and we are researching, or we are going to be researching Mauser M98, which are more updated versions, 1910. So right now we have 1904 guns. So let's call it as it is, which is 1904 guns. Okay? So it's easy to, identify. We will assign a military industrial organization. Okay? Yeah. Let's assign this. It will increase the soft attack. So we renamed the 1904 guns, which will be actually using our military factory here. We need 320 guns, basically. Okay, having done that, then let's go to dockyards. Dockyards, we're going to start with, yes, we don't have that many convoys. And since I don't think we will have the steel, yeah, let's put our dockyard to construct convoys, because we need to be prepared for what's coming, guys. So we are going to need a lot of convoys, because our industrial sector is going to demand a lot of raw materials from other countries, and we need convoys to transport those materials or goods home. Okay, so that's taken care of. Next, let's go to the focus tree. We didn't choose one. And of course, we can choose from gaining political power, 75 actually, by open the Argentinian political sphere. So we can then choose between socialist reforms, stick to PAN, or nationalist regeneration, which we are going to choose. Remember, we are trying to become a superpower. And of course, we need a very strong nationalist sentiment in the country. So we will go for that, but now we can also take position, which will increase our base war support to, in time, approach the Entente, or Entente, approach enforced neutrality, or approach Germany. So we will have to decide that soon enough. And down here we have a couple of additional focus group that, of course, it's Army, early industrialization. Oh no, this is the early industrialization. Nice. So this is the Army and this is the Navy. And this is industrialization, which will give us 50% research bonus for industry. And we'll add 2 building slots. Okay, this is interesting. Here we gain 1 infrastructure. It doesn't say where. In Mendoza. Okay. We gain 2 infrastructures with this one. We gain 1 civilian factory with this one. And we gain 2 civilian factories with this one. This is very good, actually. We can get 3 civilian industries. Nice. Okay. But first of all, we need political power. To do things, you need political power. So we will go after this one. Let's open the Argentinian political sphere. As our nation grapples with modernity, it becomes imperative that we open our political sphere to new ideas and movements. This will ensure a more vibrant, robust, and responsive governance. Nice. Let's go, guys. Let's go after it. Okay, we will be gaining 0.8 political power per day. Okay. Okay. Let's train some divisions. We don't have much to work with, so I mean, this is our current division right now. Since we don't have artillery or anything to work with other than infantry equipment, I think we are okay with this. This is giving us combat width of 8. Okay. And we don't have any military army experience to change anything or to change nothing. So yeah, this is how it is. Our infantry division. It has 4 battalions. Okay. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna train 1 infantry division. And what about the cavalry? Cavalry, we have 2 battalions or regiments. I don't know. Yeah, so should we start training soft attack of 2 and hard attack of 1? Defense 28, breakthrough 2. While the infantry, it's much better. Yeah, no, let's only get this one. Let's go. This is probably not going to be ready until August. Okay, so now we have units in training, and now let's talk about our army right here. We have 5 divisions. Of course, we need to put these divisions in an army. This is Army 1. Let's assign a commander. Okay, we have Jose Felix Uriburu, which is average. It has a skill of 2 in everything but supply consumption, where it has a 1. Okay, let's choose him. He has a trait, career officer, promotion cost. Okay, it's going to be cheaper to promote him. Let's choose him. So we don't have any notifications left, only this one, which is related to insufficient resources. We need steel, but we need only 1, so I don't think that's stopping us. Yeah. Okay, so now we finished basically the initial setup of the army, and we took care of all the notifications. Now let's go to the Navy. What do we have in the Navy? We have 3 fleets. Well, actually 1 fleet and 3, I don't know how to call it, task forces. This one is made of torpedo boats. Okay. It's basically torpedo boats, okay? Let's assign, first of all, oh, we don't have. Bartolomé Pedernera. 11111. Oh my god, this is very awful. But it increases something. I mean, 5% naval damage, 5% naval defense, And fleet speed while retreating plus 1%, positioning 2.5%. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Let's assign him. Okay. Not the best commanders, by the way. But it is what it is, guys. So these are our torpedo boats that we are going to send to drill, to gain experience. So we can increase this experience level 2, which is half of level 2 actually. We need to increase that so they can go to level 3. What do we have here? We have light ships. Light ships. Early cruiser, okay. Oh, and then more torpedo boats. Okay. And what are the torpedo boats good at? Okay, torpedo attack, of course. How much damage we can do when using the ship's torpedoes? 18.9. And for example, versus an early cruiser? Okay, light attack 4, light piercing 5, and armor 6. This has a light attack 1, light piercing 1, but it has a 18.9. Okay. And the last one, heavy ships. Okay, here we have pre-dreadnought, 3 pre-dreadnought, 8 early cruisers. Okay, we have a decent navy, I think. I don't know how are the other navies, but I think this could be, this is, yeah. Let's change the name. Heavy ships task force 1. Okay. This is Scout Task Force 1. And this one, which is Light Ships Task Force 1. Very original, as you can see. But I mean, the purpose of all this is to have them more easily to locate. Let's click Shift and click so we can begin the naval exercises until they are fully trained. Then they will stop training and go back to port. So we don't spend more fuel than we have to. And actually we're going to take a look at the fuel. You know, we have 13,000. Let's see how much it consumes. And by the way, we're going to be starting and unpause the game, guys. Let's go. Let me know in the comments if you would do anything else before unpausing. You're used to do a different thing. Very interested in reading what you guys are doing. Let's check the fuel consumption. Okay, these guys are okay. They are doing the exercise. It doesn't say that we are consuming anything, so I don't think these torpedo boats consume that much fuel. We are gaining 48 per day, so I think we are okay in terms of fuel consumption. Yeah, I think so. Construction, how are we going? We are building very, very slow. Yes, it's gonna take forever. This construction cost is 10,800. Okay. World news: the death of Edward VII. King Edward VII has died after succumbing to several heart attacks. His health was continuously in decline since the beginning of the year, but he had pushed through with his duties, rarely taking a pause until the very last moment. His smoking habits certainly didn't help with his health, and he was already suffering from cancer in 1907, so 3 years ago, which was cured by radium. He was the longest serving Prince of Wales, a British title for heir apparent, And while his rule was relatively brief, especially compared to the rule of his mother, his rule would still be marked as Edwardian era, as he was a very respected monarch. His son George Frederick Ernst Albert would take the throne in the following days, taking up the regnal name of George V. Will George V be a worthy successor? We will find out soon enough, guys. Let's continue. What is happening over here? You see how the map of Europe was very different than how it is right now in the present days. We have Austria, Hungary, the Empire of Austria-Hungary, Galicia over here, Transleithania over here, Western Balkans over here. Oh, because I'm looking at the Navy map. Hungary, Austria. Here we have Serbia. Okay. What do we have here? The Kingdom of Romania, Kingdom of Bulgaria, Sublime Ottoman State. Interesting. You see how big the Ottoman Empire was. Still was in 1910. Very interesting to learn about how the map was and how the map is and why the map is right now the way it is. Take a look at France colonies or French colonies, Belgium colonies, English colonies, Abyssinia, Cape Colony, German Empire over here, German Empire over there. So this is how the main powers of the time were, right there. Now we have a conflict over here. This is okay as a claim over here. French. What was that sound? Okay, first of all, let's check insufficient resources, which I know. How are we in terms of research? Resources. We have, we produce 6 steel, but we export 5. We consume 2. Okay, so we have a deficit of 1. How are we in terms of logistics? We need almost 2,000 more units of infantry equipment. And we are producing 1.9 per day, right? That is 2 per day, yeah. But this is going to get more efficient over time. It will increase. Right now it's almost 16% and it is increasing by 0.17% per day. So we will get there, guys. No worries. It takes time. But yes, this is how our country is doing right now. We have 24 political power. Let's see. War news again. South Africa Act. South Africa has joined Canada, Australia, and New Zealand as a more autonomous dominion of the United Kingdom. An Act of Parliament united the Cape of Good Hope, Natal, Orange River Colony, and Transvaal into the Union of South Africa, which was allotted the same quasi-independent state and set of privileges as the rest of the British Commonwealth. The Union is formed. Interesting. South Africa now becomes one, I guess. Yes, Union of South Africa. Take a look. Interesting. Now, all of this is South Africa. We have this Basutoland, which is still under the United Kingdom. South Africa, Dominion of Canada, okay. Commonwealth of Australia. And over here, Dominion of New Zealand, yes. Things are starting to get in place for what's coming. Getting ready for what's coming. How is our fleet? Is still training? Yes. But they are very close to go to the level 3. They are at 76. I really want since I'm not consuming any fuel, let's start drilling or exercising this fleet too. Yes, they are exercising too. I have a lot of ships exercising, which is actually a very good thing that I'm still in the positive in terms of fuel. I guess the ships are carbon fueled and maybe not oil. That's why I still have, what I have. But let's continue a few more days, and then we will stop the episode here. We try to start things up, and actually they are on their way. I don't think I can start the intelligence agency, right? You don't have enough civilian factories to create an agency. Yes, I need 5. Yeah, I have only 2. So sad. So sad, guys. That's why we need more civilian factories, and that's why we're going to go after the focus tree that gives us civilian factories in 70 days. That is what we need. But I needed to first get the political power, So let's see how that goes. We are taking the first steps towards becoming a superpower. I'm very excited to see the process from where we are right now to where we will be in the future. We'll see. I heard the noise, but it's this update which keeps popping up about the steel. We are negative in steel. But I think, is this being affected? Yes, it's a 10%. The production efficiency is slowed by or decreased by 10%. So it's not affecting that much. The convoys are being produced. And actually we are going to produce the first one, maybe. No, the second one. Okay, nice. They only take 35 days. So that's nice. We're gonna have enough, actually. Okay, now we have the national focus completed. Open the Argentinian political sphere, which now gave us the political power we need, maybe, to begin to make some changes. So let's choose the next one, which will be, it could be this one, but we will get a political advisor, a nationalist demagogue, and we will change popularity of proto-fascism by 10%, right? Yes, 10%. How is proto-fascist? At 0. Yeah, so we need to increase that eventually. But right now we need to industrialize, guys. We need to industrialize. So I'm gonna go for the early industrialization. Okay, this will give us 2 slots in the Mesopotamia region, and it's going to give us 2 bonuses of research speed, reducing the timing by half. Okay, to keep pace with the world powers, we must industrialize swiftly and efficiently. Focusing on key industries and adopting modern practices will propel our nation into a new era of prosperity. Yes, we're going after that. So we are beginning our industrialization. And having said that, guys, I think it's going to be, and I think it is, a good time to put a cut in here. In our next episode, we will continue our growth and our path to become one of the superpowers, the world superpowers. It's going to be a very interesting journey. So I hope you join me throughout the whole process. That's it for this chapter of the war. If you enjoyed the chaos, drop a like and let me know your battle plan in the comments. Would you have gone full blitzkrieg or held the line? That's the usual question. There's more coming soon, so subscribe and stay ready. Victory awaits. Indeed, guys, victory awaits. So I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.